In today's Washington Post, West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin pens an op-ed explaining under no circumstance would he vote to remove the filibuster. And I'm starting to wonder if 100 years from now, will students actually be reading about the men that saved the republic? I know that sounds hyperbolic, but considering what's happening when there's really nothing to contain the tyranny of the majority and these really grand ambitions from the Biden administration to remake America, I think it's a monumental stance. Joining me now for her opinion, Rebecca Walser from Walser Wealth Management. Rebecca, I know you've been extremely worried about the direction of this country. This move by this finally drawing a line in the sand by Senator Manchin, how does it make you feel?
Oh, thank God. We need more Joes. We need patriots that are going to stand and say, this is not America. Joe Biden ran as a moderate and he's governed as a progressive. And they really have Charles, right now they have two pieces of legislation, both the forthcoming infrastructure bill, 2.3 trillion, but also this HB 5 Equality Act. And they need this filibuster to be gone to get those through. And this is not America. We do not have a one-party system.
You know, of course, this means the administration, to your point, would need 10 Republican senators to pass an array of new laws. We're talking infrastructure, voting rights, immigration, minimum wage, gun control, any of these things. Now, for you, is there an elegant solution? Is there even the possibility of bipartisanship on any of these issues?
Well, I wish there were, Charles, but when you design an infrastructure program of 2.3 trillion, where 6% or less is going to actual infrastructure, and it's really more of all of these projects that are that are very progressive in nature, you have to get rid of the filibuster to get this through. And so Joe Manchin becoming a true patriot and saying, under no circumstances will I vote to end this filibuster. He's saying what a lot of people are thinking. America didn't hire a progressive, yet that's what we've seen with every executive order since the beginning of January 20th. And at least we have patriots in this country willing to say, no, this is not what the electorate wants. This is not how the electorate hired us. I mean, you can see we're a divided Senate, 50-50. That means that you need to govern from the middle and not just cram through things. And the only way they can get this through is with the filibuster being gone. And so thank God that we were going to have. Go ahead, Charles. Yeah.
Let's talk about the filibuster, because I want your thoughts on what a Senator Biden had to say when he vigorously defended it. Take a look at this video.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the filibuster has long-term consequences. If there's one thing I've learned in my years here, once you change the rules and surrender the Senate's institutional power, you never get it back. I say to my friends on the Republican side, you may own the field right now, but you won't own it forever. And I pray God when the Democrats take back control, we don't make the kind of naked power grab you are doing, but I'm afraid you will teach my new colleagues the wrong lessons. So do you think, listening to that President Biden evolved on this and so many other issues, or has he always just been sort of whatever was politically expedient at the time since he's arrived in Washington? I mean, which Joe Biden are we working with right now?
You know, Charles, I think the American people think that it's just, you didn't have the power back then and you were warning people and now you have the power. But honestly, I think we've seen a transition from President Biden. And I don't want to be disrespectful of his office, but I immensely respect the position. But I do not understand how he's governing. He was a moderate. He ran as a moderate, and he is really pushing progressive policies, especially this Equality Act, which has to get through the Senate. And it is a nightmare. Right. It is the end of America as we know it. Religious freedom is on attack by the progressive side of this country. And there's a lot of Americans that did not vote for this and do not stand for this. And this is why we have a very divided government. This is why the House almost went red by 5 seats. So I don't know what kind of mandate they think they're governing from, but they don't have it. And this is not what America wants. We don't want these things. And so we need the Joe Biden of that speech that you just gave. That's the Joe Biden we need to stand up and defend this country and defend and protect the rights and the liberties of every American, and not tell the American people that this is what we're spending and only 6% is going to bridges.
Rebecca Walser, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you, Charles.
Coming up, how the